Hi, everyone. It's Margaret Manning here with 60 and Me. Welcome to a new day. I hope that you're doing great wherever you are. I hope that this is a good time of the year for you, that you've been finding time to do the things that you want in your life. I just got back from a nice long walk. It was really cold out there, but it was so lovely to just get out into nature. I hope that you do that some part of your day as well. Maybe that you've got some other rituals that make you, sort of get a good start to the day. And that's actually something I want to talk to you about today, some of the rituals that I follow and see whether there's things that, can help you as well. But I want, first of all, my tea. I'm drinking Kusmi tea. This is actually one of my favorites. Kusmi is I think it's a French company, but I make beautiful teas in lovely packaging. And Assam tea is really hard to get. So I've got a cup of Assam tea with a bit of milk, and it's my specialty today. So I hope that you've got something as well that you love. I would like to thank our sponsor for today's show. That's International Living. International Living is a company that has been working for now 40 years, helping people retire abroad, retiring earlier and living better lives, maybe spending less money. And they spend time all year round collecting information from about 25 countries around the world. They do an assessment and put it together in a global retirement index. And they want to share that with our community. So if you go up to internationalliving.com and then /60 and me, you'll give you an email address and they will send you this global retirement index. So thanks a lot to International Living. Now, the topic today relates back to rituals. And one of our bloggers, Nomi Bakker, wrote this about mindfulness that maybe you aren't familiar with that term. Now, I think I've mentioned to you guys before that I actually started meditating, sitting and doing a meditation practice when I was 18. And I've pretty much done that my whole life. And I've made it a priority. And there have been years when I've kind of not done it as much and times when I've done it more. But for me, meditation has been a really positive way of dealing with decisions and calming my mind, especially when I was working and in that kind of always on, always connected environment. We find even in retirement that our lives lack the peace and quiet and tranquility. We may have a hard time sleeping. We've got other things that are physically affecting us, generally feel overwhelmed. Sometimes it's things on the outside that are just overwhelming us that we have no control over. And so a new word has emerged in the last few years, mindfulness. And it's not necessarily attached to meditation, but it's basically an art of awareness or attention, non-judgmental attention, just being conscious that you can calm your mind and approach situations in a more less emotional and more relaxed way. It provides you peace, focus, and balance. This is mindfulness. Now, sometimes attached to mindfulness is a meditation practice, but it has, in a way, a more dynamic, in the world kind of definition. So, in other words, mindfulness is something that you can practice just all the time. It's just how you live your life. And Nomi does a very good job, actually, of talking about the different ways that mindfulness in general, an approach of mindfulness, can help you deal with dramas, inner dramas, and also can help you with, judgments, not making harsh judgments about other people and letting life be what it is. Being proactive about your attitude to life and to the way you deal with situations. But, in relaxing the physical being, you release the emotional tension and create just a calmer way of living your life. Now, she does some do's and don'ts, and they're actually very helpful because I think if we kind of, understand how mindfulness is applied to our lives, how we can actually apply it, then we can start making it useful. So, things to do. Don't do things like harshly judge yourself and others. Become mindful of your judgments, mindful of the things that are your buttons, your hot buttons. Notice the habits that you've gotten into, and don't reinforce habits and unhealthy control issues. Notice stress in your body. Notice that when you're feeling tense, and don't tighten up and respond to that. Don't encourage an imbalanced lifestyle. And I think this is a really good one. Make sure that your food, your nutrition, your exercise, your language, your words, your relationships are balanced, because that's the sort of foundation of a mindfulness practice. Don't feed the habit of obsessive worry. Are you a worrier? or a warrior. I'm a warrior. I worry, I plan, I organize, part of it's just me, part of my life, you know, how I've had to deal with certain situations that have given me these tools. But for the most part, I probably worry a bit too much. And so don't do this obsessive worrying. Keep focused on maintaining balance. So what are some of the things you should do? So you should observe and don't judge. So there's a don't in there too, but observe, just watch things and see how they're playing out and how you're interacting with them, and relax, you know, drop the judgment. I mean, you hope that people will do that for you now in our 60s particularly, but do it for others as well. You know, see if you can look at someone who's dressed differently or doing something differently, and don't snap to that quick judgment. Just observe. That actually is quite at the heart of meditation and mindfulness. Notice your monkey mind. You know the monkey mind? We all have them. These are the little parts of your brain that go all over the place. Like you're constantly thinking, constantly judging, constantly sort of evaluating. And if you can be conscious of your monkey mind and stop this bouncing backwards and forwards, you'll find yourself generally, in most situations, calmer. This obsessive and compulsive kind of thinking, which is actually when you meditate, one of the key objectives is to breathe through the thoughts, you know, to acknowledge them, but not to hang on to them and clutch yourself, just let them go. So this is where my meditation and mindfulness kind of come together. So these are the really useful suggestions that Nomi makes, because for me, I will be honest, I don't think that I could have got through some of the things in my life without meditation. And I have actually found that, when I do start feeling there's something really bothering me or just a particular decision or thing to do, if I can sit for half an hour, I come away from it feeling much better. And then I can take that mindfulness that I've achieved into the world. And people often talk about spirituality as being something separate. Like there's your normal life, and then there's your spiritual life. And I'm a great believer that is one. You know, that our practice is our life. That our life is our practice. And those two things I think really go together quite beautifully. And with the focus on mindfulness and meditation, you can then start living your life in a different way. Maybe open brand new doors, see things through different eyes. I hope that you found this useful. Do you do a meditation practice? Do you have any kind of mindfulness activity in your life that you'd like to share? It'd be great if you leave your comments in the section below. We could learn from each other. I always love to do that and have a conversation. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great day today. Go out and do something fun. I'm going to have my kushmi tea, and I'm going to go and go for a walk. And I go 3 or 4 times practicing my mindfulness. But have a wonderful day, everybody. Take good care of yourselves, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.